Senior Clinical Lecturer at the University of Exeter's Medical School. Welcome back to the programme, Bharat.
Thank you. Good evening, Nigel.
So I think this is wonderful, it's fantastic, and I can tell you that in London today, you wouldn't even know there's been a pandemic. Everything's back to normal, the trains are packed, the bars are busy, no one's wearing a face mask, and there's a sense of normality returning. I mean, that of itself, of course, is a great thing, but you tell me, is all of this a bit premature?
I would love to know what the advice to our Prime Minister was from SAGE and our Chief Medical Officer. We don't know that. But if I had to sort of think empirically, not knowing what the advice given to the Prime Minister was, this is what I would say. Yes, we need to get back to normality. It is good to see that the vaccines have uncoupled infection with serious illness. That is definitely a win, and we know that. Vaccines prevent you from getting serious illness. Therefore, we can make the next steps forward, which are remove and reduce restrictions. What I would say is in sensitive places, sensitive clinical places, we ought to maintain our protection, our precautionary measures, and also support people. Support people if they are unwell to stay at home and not infect others. And finally, be prepared to reverse these measures if it starts to go in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I think, look, to say to people, if they're really feeling unwell and they've tested positive for COVID, rather than coming into a crowded office, they should stay at home. I mean, that's what I call the application of just plain common sense. Frankly, actually, more than common sense, good manners, I think, and respect for other people. And I get that completely. But we kind of don't need the state to tell us that, at least I would hope we don't. But when you talk about protected environments where perhaps we do need to use a sort of different regime, I mean, presumably you're talking, hospitals, care homes, those sort of environments? Indeed.
Clinical settings where you may meet a very vulnerable people, immune suppressed people, elderly, frail people. And over there, I still feel we ought to be precautionary and take all precautionary measures. It's only common sense that in those places, we continue to do what we've always done.